Statewide eviction protections aimed at keeping hard-hit renters in their homes are set to expire in the new year. So what does that mean for all the tenants who now owe thousands in back rent and the landlords who are also struggling to pay their own mortgages? Senior Investigative Reporter Bigad Shaban is in San Francisco with more for us.
Well, it is estimated more than 200,000 families here in California will each owe an average of about $7 grand in unpaid rent by Christmas. Now, a state law signed by the governor back in August halted evictions, but it gives landlords in most of the state the right to start kicking out renters this February if they're unable to pay at least 25% of all the rent owed since September. Any unpaid rent prior to that can't be used as a reason to evict someone, but landlords are able to sue their tenants for that back rent. Now, Assemblymember David Chu authored that legislation and tells us he just introduced a new bill today that would delay evictions even longer so that renters can't be kicked out until the beginning of 2022. Housing advocates argue if evictions are allowed to resume in February, the impact will be catastrophic.
It is going to be a crisis that we haven't seen except for like a natural disaster. There's just no way that our infrastructure is going to be able to handle all of the families that could be facing homelessness.
The California Apartment Association, which represents landlords, tells us extending the eviction ban for close to another year would hurt too many landlords who rely on those rent dollars.
The state has got to come up with some financial assistance for these small mom and pops and tenants. Rental property owners, especially the small owners, are not going to make it that long.
By the end of this month, it's estimated more than 239,000 households in California will owe more than $1.6 billion in unpaid rent. That's an average of nearly $7,000 per household. Assemblymember David Chu says California is now staring down an eviction cliff that he says will soon become an eviction tsunami. That's why, he argues, in addition to his efforts to extend those eviction protections, today he also introduced a bill that would provide financial relief to smaller landlords who, for months now, have been unable to collect all those rental payments they're owed. With the investigative unit, I'm Bigad Shaban.